So, hey guys, visit again with another video. Yeah, it's a guide. It is to do with the WindWalker monk. Simple as that. We're going to be going over a bits of gear, talents, and conduits, covenants, and legendaries. As I ain't much of a video editor myself, or I haven't really got involved in it that much, it's going to be plain, simple, nothing too fancy, and nothing too crazy. So let's get started. Okay, so at the moment I am doing this a bit late in the season of 2.9.2.5, but we're going into so far what we got. So I'm only running 265 IM level, sadly. There are people out to 277 and yeah, stuff like that. But I am running a bit late in the monk. But I have done the mage tower, so it can't be that bad. So we're going to start with gear and what we're looking for. So of course is your foreset. Your foreset is a need to get quick. So you get your foreset in your two piece, increase Fist of Fury damage by 40%. Brilliant. Single target damage, brilliant. Wow, that's what you asked for. Even with a bit of AoE, ain't too bad. After the full set, after 10 offensive abilities, your next 3 offensive abilities deal an additional 22%. That is nice as well, especially if you're in a Mythic Plus with a big AoE pack, because you're doing a lot of spinning crane kicks, and it's going to build up really quick. And you're going to be doing some nice damage. Really does help a lot with that. And if you can time it right, you might be able to get a Fist of Fury on with it, which helps you out a lot. So next bit is Lego. You can either craft the Lego in the back or head. I did the back piece for some reason. Yeah, I know it's a bit debatable, but I did the back piece. And the one you want is Invoker's Delight. This is the Lego to go for in PvP. Both PvE force content raids and dungeons. With the haste, it's just a no-brainer. Afterwards, even though like a haste isn't our main stat, it's nice to have, especially through procs and stuff. So it's a helpful one out, and it's a go-to really. I ain't done it yet. On this character is the Unity belt. Get up to 291 as soon as possible. I'm lacking behind. I know, disgraceful. Next is, let's talk about trinkets. The trinket I'm using is File, and I'm using this shitty one at the moment. It's not really shitty, it's not bad, but I'm after the Tome Grass. Shadowgrass Tome, which is from Dungeons. Yeah, Shadowgrass Tome, sorry. That is the one I'm after. That mixed with your File, I don't see it as being a really bad combo. I think it actually be really well. If you don't want File, you could actually mix it with the device. So these could be both S tier trinkets. Together, it'd make a really nice bit of damage and surprise for you. Weapon, the question is 2-handers or one. It's just literally what I got. It's what I got at the stage of just trying to quick level this one. Or quick gear it, sorry. I got the 2-hander. That's what I'm sticking with for time being. It's it's what you get really. Item level does come first to an extent, but I'd rather be running that than running 2 PvP ones. So next thing, let's go to talent. Okay, so let's start with Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus, Chi Burst, no brainer. You need your Chi Burst. Is it viable? Are the Tiger raid? It is a raiding single raid. It is a raiding talent. You could do it, but there's a lot of AoE going on in Mythic Plus, so Chi Burst is the best way to get it. Up to you. Preference. Up to you. Here you have the choice of Fist of the White Tiger and Ascension. I personally prefer Fist of the White Tiger because I'll get the instant Chi. But also Ascension is good in some playstyles. It depends what you prefer. Ring of Peace is a good utility. especially doing like mists. Use it at the beginning of the pack where you stun and then use your ring of peace. Most damage in this expansion is actually magical damage, so you want to go to diffuse magic. Weirdly enough, most stuff is actually manageable damage. Weirdly enough, here you've only really got one choice, to be fair, and that is Dancer Chiji. Only the one I can see him. You got either Whirling Dragon Punch or Spiritual Focus. I prefer this with the extra nice bit of DPS. It is actually quite good, and it is a filler as well, so it works really well in with Fist of Fury and Resonant Sun Kick when they're both on cooldown, which is brilliant. I find it. So that is the go-to M+ build. So let's go to raid, single target raid. This 9 out of 10 is the build you will be running for raid. 9 out of 10. Of course, this is situational. Or not, sorry, it's situational. A personal preference. This again could be personal preference. I always run diffuse magic for most circumstances. Yeah, tiger either tiger here. Nice little self heal with a bit of DPS, and it's passive. It's a passive. Good Karma again removes another ability from your bar with Good Karma. Now this is an old shit button. I use it as an old shit button because of how much heals you get from it. You don't realise how much heals you get from it in some scenarios. It's good. Diffuse magic again, defensive. Okay, this is where you make sure you do not your combo strikes passive comes in. When you put it with here, do not do combo strikes. This is where mastery comes in with your stats. This is where you do not repeat the same button twice. So if I'm using Tiger Palm, use that, then a blackout kick or rising sun kick, or just don't double tap it unless really necessary. You can sacrifice that. I always try to avoid it, but it happens in some situation when you drive energy or chi. You need it. Let's go on to Radio 8. Very situational on some bosses. Like if I go to Adventure Guide. Guardian, again, with more bosses, this could actually become very good because you've got loads of ad packs coming in. What else is there? Oh, Lords. No, not really Lords, actually. I'd say Pantheon. Where's Pantheon? Pantheon at the end phase when they're all together. Get a nice bit of AoE in, get them all down together. So they're the really... no. Actually, yeah. During intermission phase of where he brings the Acolytes out. Look, you can use them in that many different scenarios. And doing again of when you're going through the Lich King phase, where he brings out all the ads, that could even do good. And down below, when you go through the comment it's called now. Actually, to be fair, you could actually use that build in quite a lot of these encounters, to be fair, yeah. So, that's a very good build to do again, because when you got the Chi Blast, really, all you're doing switching is Chi Blast and Chi Burst, and that's a Chi out, because they give you the more of the AoE effect when them two are more single target. So they're your three main talent builds for PvE. So we're going to the go-to PvP build. That is literally it with PvP. You've got no other choices. You've got G-Wave, Tiger's Lush, Fist of White Tiger, Ring of Peace, Diffuse Magic, GG, and Whirling Dragon Punch. That is honestly all you've got to do. You don't have much to play from whatsoever. That's it. That is it. PvP talents. Okay, I always like to run grapple weapon. Of course, if you're doing a against melee cleaves or something like that, I like to use grapple weapon, especially like on the Arms Warrior or something like that, or DH or rogues. Good with rogues as well. Next is reverse harm. Generates the chi G, which is one thing. So now it generates 2 chi G in PvP. Chi G. Why am I saying chi G? 2 chi. Fucking hell. 2 chi in PvP. Also, can you get a dot off here? And it's increased by 6%, so it's a nice thing. Turbo Fist. Very, very, very debatable. I like it because I can, especially if I'm doing a melee cleave and they're in a situation, I can use that, get my Celestials out, boom, and you can see them, like, it's good. It's a very good defensive. Pressure point again, more of an RBG one. If you're nuking quickly between players and RBGs, I could go with pressure point. Mobility. Where the winds, you want mobility. Is there much else we'd use? Disable. Yeah, you could use disable actually. I don't know. That's a mobility one. It's play around, but these are the main three I'll go for. Even BGs, RBGs, Arena. I switched that one the most. That's the one I would switch the most out. Maybe, no, I wouldn't use Toggle Abbey anymore. There ain't much you could use, to be fair, at the moment. But Monk's got a lot of utility anyway. Okay, so we've spoken that out. We haven't spoken about stats. Okay, so there's 2 stats on here. So, no, there isn't actually 2 stats. No, there's only one lot of stats. PvP stats and PvE stats are identical, the same on WindWalker. That's what's beautiful. So I love PvP, I love PvE, but I can use the same gear to an extent. Verse and crit are our main stats. So I put my PvP gear on. Verse and crit. Verse and crit. Verse and crit. All the bloody damn way. Verse and crit are your main stats. Haste, mastery. I like to go haste, then mastery. No, sorry, mastery, then haste. Sorry, fucking, I got confusing them because you keep the combo strikes up. So you got 18% more damage, combo strikes. 17% damage. The haste, yeah, helps you with the increase, but in the energy regeneration, you shouldn't have much downtime. To be fair, but yeah. Not much at all. You might have a little, but you shouldn't have much at all. So haste to me isn't a massive problem. Bye. What else have we got? Consumables. Ignore all these. These are when I play Mistweaver. Okay. Stay killer mode. First food. Spectral flask of power. That's your go-to one. Gives you the agility. So that. Some misses. Don't use that. Gliders. Oh, of course, for Potion of Hidden Spirit, that is a skip for Mythic Plus, which many people don't actually talk about, to be fair yet. Is about that, because I don't know, not many people do talk about that, but they're essential unless you're playing like a rogue or feral. So we're going to actually Legos quickly. We're going to Legos loot. So the key goes I prefer, of course, is Invoker's Delight. That is my go-to. You can probably run Skyreach. Skyreach again is very situational. Can be good because if you put that on, if you make that and that on above your head slot, you can just switch them around whenever you please. But that's more, I would say that's more of a PvP one because you use a gap filler. What else is that? Emperors. 2 spend increase the damage index. Pointless. Jade Inclination. Ignition. Whenever you deal damage to target with a you gain a stack of that. I don't see much use to it personally. Maybe for Mythic Plus. Maybe. Nope. So you ain't really got much to choose from. Yes, you got that. Basically, when it comes to Legos. So, of course, is versatility, main stat all the way. And honestly, it's all I can really suggest. I can do a quick opener, and to show you what a quick opener actually looks like. Looks on the radio dummies. So, first thing you do, you want to open on your target. You want to get your Bone Dust Bruce ready. Okay, Exhale Harm, Bone Dust Do, Celestial that, Target Fairy. I'm in the wrong talents. It's called like working with what you got. So I ain't mean to say I want to press him, but it's working with you got because. So we didn't do too bad there, to be fair. We did drop a lot. So what you can do with right talents and everything, you can actually do consistently with my item level about 10-11k consistent DPS, which isn't bad. So you can have initially a good burst for about 30k if everything's set right. With my game, I can do like a 30k big opening burst, and then you can go down to 10k roughly consistent. So it's just remember to open up with your Excel. Fucking hell, Harm. Make sure you get a stack of that because that will give you 1 chi. Open up with Storm, Earth and Fire. With your Tiger. Spend your do a Tiger Palm. Fist of White Tiger. Black Horizon Sun Kick. Another Tiger Palm. Fist of Fury. But I always forget the crucial. Always forget. Before you do any melee, get your Bone Dust Brew out because that is important. Very important. Speaking of actually, let's do corner. I forgot all about this again because I don't write these guides down. I just do it off the tongue. But here we are. Yep. Straightforward. I'll let you read it quickly. That's an important one. That is probably the most important one for the Necro. I only play Necro now. I used to play Kyrian. I do enjoy it. It's more single target orientated, so it's good for raiding. But I prefer Necro because it ranges all three. You get your build set up, you sorted for all three content. Mythic Plus, Raiding and PvP with the same thing, and I enjoy that. And to be fair, even in single target, it's not lacking behind much. It's very, very close. Extremely close. So, to me, it's not beneficial switching back and forth, and I enjoy the playstyle of how Bone Dust works. Very easy, straightforward. It's pleasant. Course, movement speed. This again. This is a good spinning crane conversion from straight target. That's brilliant. Can be, but it's alright. It's better than going down the finesse. Because you get the another endurance. Yeah. So you can self-heal yourself extremely quick, and it's a great bit of survivability. Sorry if there's been. I've just finished work and I want to get this done tonight. So, you guys seen what's that? So, you guys, you've seen the basics. I've told you the very basics of WindWalker Monk. I will try to keep uploading more and more because this is the first video I've done in a year. It's the second video on my channel. I'm just getting used to like editing and stuff like that. I just want to get involved in more of it. I might even start streaming. I'm just trying to get my head around it all. But thank you guys for watching. Not the best guide, far from the worst guide. But any questions, I'll get back to just put them in the comments, and I'll just get back as soon as I can. Appreciate it, guys, and thank you very much. Bye bye.